Starting the coffee with big chopsticks, using the vortex method, using big chopstick energy, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level, good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Nicaraguan, made in a percolator. Perfect. Love it. Cold morning. I still have to go to work today. The coffee's good. It's a good day. Anything interesting going on this week? I love this phrase from the Catholic gentleman. I have no idea if it's a blog. I just saw the picture of it. Is it a blog or a magazine? I don't know. But at the top it says the Catholic gentleman. But it's a quote by St. Francis de Sales. Never be in a hurry. Do everything quietly and in a calm spirit. Do not lose your inner peace for anything whatsoever, even if your whole world seems upset. Well, that's quite appropriate, isn't it? I like that. Very similar to some of my teachings. My friend Deborah Twist posted this back in, I guess it was maybe 2017, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Wow. She said, if you do something unpredictable today, so will I. That's an interesting challenge, isn't it? How profound can the results be if you do something different today? Take a different way to work. Do something different. Write a letter. Send a thank you note. Do something different today. I don't care what it is. Here's an interesting factoid. The phrase "heavens to Betsy" first appeared in 1857 in an American journal. Some say it was a wholesome replacement to the popular phrase "hell's bells." It started fading in the latter 20th century. It's a phrase of mild surprise and astonishment. Somebody bakes you a pie. Heavens to Betsy, a person would say. Other popular phrases from the mid to late 19th century were "Sweet Fanny Adams" and "Kiss Me Hearty." It was a different era back in the mid-1800s, wasn't it? We've come a long way from "Heavens to Betsy" to WTF. And in other news, Joe Walsh is still living. I go back and forth between Keith Richards and Joe Walsh. When I make ribeye steaks, I always save the bone. I get bone-in ribeye, I save the bone, put it in a Ziploc bag until I have about 8 bones in that bag, in the freezer, of course. And you boil those bones, add some vegetables. The seasoning is already taken care of from when you put the steak seasoning on the ribeye steaks. Add a splash of red wine, and you have a whole pot of incredible beef broth. There's 8 meals right there. Try it sometime. I'm kind of a dual and triple purpose kind of guy. I will take leftovers and make something brand new and not just reheat leftovers. When it comes to things like bones, I save bones, especially beef and chicken bones. There are times when I purchase a rotisserie chicken at the grocery store, and I know it's always better to make your own, but there's times if I'm in a rush, I will buy a rotisserie chicken, have the chicken for dinner, take the rest, I might get 2 dinners out of it, and then the rest I'll make chicken salad, and then what's left, that just goes into a Ziploc and into the freezer. Why? Because I will make chicken soup out of that. I will boil that carcass, all the bones, skin, the little bit of meat that's left on it, and make an incredible chicken soup with it. Double and triple purpose, everything. For those that responded to my Open to Marriage blog that I wrote this past weekend, there are still a lot of people that say, that they will never get married. Okay, that's fine. For over a decade, well over a decade, probably close to 15 years, I was saying I will never get married. And only in the past couple of years did I actually start thinking that I want to be married again. And I will tell you this, that there is a very close correlation towards love being available in my life, being able to be given and received, and my decision to want to be married. It has nothing to do with feeling lonely, because I'm not lonely. It has nothing to do with any desperation or any fear of any type. I'm absolutely convinced that real love, when you are able to love, when you are able to receive love, that instinctively you desire permanence. So think about this. Real love, true love, instinctively desires permanence and not temporary. Is it okay to have temporary? I'm not going to condemn anybody because I chose temporary at times in my single life, with no desire for permanence at all. And I guess if I could turn back the hands of time, I was not in a devotional state of life. I was reacting to divorce. So as you are developing or redeveloping love in your life, the ability to give love, the ability to receive love, what will also increase is your desire for permanence. Are you ready for permanence in your life? You have to be ready for it. Don't look for it. It's something that emerges from you if you start forsaking some of the bad decisions that you made and put them aside. You can't just say, well, I was just in my gigolo stage. I was just in my finding myself stage, or whatever males or females might say these days. I used to say I was in my playboy stage. The idea is to forsake that, not be happy about it, not put it on your resume, not brag about it. It's not a bullet point, it's a glitch. When you can forsake the disobedience, when you can forsake the sin, when you can forsake the just acting purely out of flesh, then you're ready for love. Until then, you're not ready. You can tell a lot about a woman by her hands, the joke says. If they're placed around your throat, she's probably upset. I get that. I used to think things like that were funny. I don't think they're funny anymore. Somebody might say, lighten up. Nah. Men, you are done putting yourself down. You are no longer the brunt of jokes, intersexual jokes, intergender jokes. You're no longer going to make fun of yourself in that way. Self-deprecation is a cheap laugh, and it's what you do when you have nothing else to say. If you keep training yourself to be a loser, guess what? You're going to graduate and get the diploma. So think about that. I go back and forth with a lot of people about self-deprecation. Teach yourself to win, not to lose. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it, but listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. That's from Stevie Nicks. I don't know what year that was. It was a good song. And it's one of those songs that just keeps its effectiveness, doesn't it? Never goes away. It doesn't seem like an oldie. And with that, finish your coffee. And I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.